Hi, it's Jean with Metamorphosis in Motion. This is my daily vlog, my daily check-in. Today is day 52. I said yesterday was, but it wasn't. Today is day 52 of my midlife transformation, my rebirth. My rebirth day was 52 days ago, so I said, hey, I'm really tired of saying I'm going to do this or saying I'm going to do that, leading by a very poor example for my kids. So I said, I'm going to just do it. This is me showing up. Today I'm making, I'll say I like to check in on my day, like how did it go. Sometimes I like to think about and talk about how far I've come. It's really, really easy to get into what we haven't accomplished yet, and I have done some of that. But I do want to remember that I have actually accomplished quite a bit in that time frame. 52 days is long, and it's not that long. It really kind of just depends on what we're trying to get done. So something that's sticking as far as new habits is the not drinking alcohol. That's a big thing, so many other things change in life without alcohol in it. I stopped drinking coffee. That was to help be a good role model for my daughter, who started drinking coffee a little young. In my mind, I thought, the kids can have a little bit of coffee every once in a while. Well, they started drinking coffee every day because guess what? Caffeine is addictive. So I got that out of my system and I replaced it with teas. But recently, I haven't even done that. I've gotten so out of the habit of having that caffeine that this is my first thing I do every day is drink that coffee. Change the habit by still having something, and I had tea for a while. Started with a little bit of caffeine and then moved away from that and became just herbal tea, and now I have some water, have a little bit of breakfast, and start in with my day. So those are two pretty significant things that have shifted. I also started in another round of morning routines. So I had, I don't know when I stopped, a couple of years ago maybe, I'm not sure. I have been doing morning routines and they're great when you do them. But as soon as it slides a little bit, then it keeps sliding and sliding until a couple years go by. And here I am restarting it. So I haven't got it down pat yet. I started it and I thought, I can't do this in the morning when it's such a good time for me to be outside doing work. And then realizing quickly that not doing it first thing in the morning is how it doesn't ever get done, the important things that need to get done. So I said, okay, I have to do it in the morning. How can I do this? How can I get it all done? And one of those things is get up earlier. So that's starting to work out for me. I'm still not a 5 a.m. riser, but getting up at 6 or 6:30 has been working out pretty well. And incorporating meditation and journaling, and starting for the first time 2 days ago, I did some scripted exercise, not go work with my bees and lift bee box. I mean, that's hard work. I'm not gonna discount that. It is a lot of hard work, and in a sense, exercise. I'm not gardening and calling that exercise. No, that is exercise. It was the first time I laid on my yoga mat and did some core strengthening exercises. So right now, where I am with exercise is I want to get my core strong before I start doing some other stuff, because I'm older now and I don't want to just dive gung-ho into all of the things, because I can get injured a lot more easily now than in the past. So I'm starting with that, the core strength, and then I'm going to move on to some other things and get the kids to the gym and actually start working out with weights again. So that's something I'm looking forward to. And it just takes little steps of, okay, today I'm going to do 10 minutes. And all of a sudden my mind is thinking, and I can do this, and I can do that. Before attempting it, I'm thinking, I don't know if I can do that anymore. As if, the 30 or 40 years of exercise I've done in the past means nothing. That's a silly way to think, right? So just getting started, just those little types of things, because it just awakens in me that I can do more, and I want to do more. Not just can I do more, I want to do more. The storms are rolling in now, so there'll be some thunder and lightning while I record this. So those things are taking hold. The journaling I'm doing some of, but I'd like to improve on that a bit to get a little more in depth about tackling some things that are holding me back, because I just need to stop being held back. I'm trying to, this is a kind of a key thing that can be hard to do, but really important to do, is start living your future self now. So I think anybody, I'll talk about myself, it's so easy to just do the things that we've always been doing, that I've always been doing. Trying to remember, would my future self, the person that I'm aiming to be, would she do the things I'm doing now? And in some cases, I'm still doing things that she would not be doing, but I'm making little baby steps and changing that out. One of the things, in addition to exercise, which is starting, is changing my eating habits a bit. And it's not that we don't eat healthy, but we eat healthy and then sometimes we eat the unhealthy. So that stacks on. And now if I have salad or we make sure the vegetables are included, and if we eat light or whatever that is, and then later on, even though I'm eating dried fruit and dark chocolate, and those are kind of the major things. Sometimes I have ice cream, or my daughter will bake cookies, like from scratch. It's not leading me to the future person that I want to be. So that is something that I'm trying to get my mind around, because with all of the things I want to do, I can't do them all at the same time, or I'll just feel really defeated. And I think that's true for most people, is doing everything all at once can seem so overwhelming that it's easy to retreat back into the old way of doing things, because it's so much easier. But to get somewhere else, it does take work. It takes those steps. So I don't know. I think some people would advocate for just go all in and just commit to that. But for some of us, I think it's a lot easier to take it one step at a time. And so that's what I have been doing. I think because I've instilled some habits and things that I had to think about that are now so much more habitual, that I can move into some other areas that require a little more of my energy and my thought. So I can also still get work done and apply myself to the other things that I want to accomplish as far as my transformation goes. So I'm making a lot of progress. I've talked about, if you've been watching, or maybe your first time here, one of the big reasons for doing this declaration and staying consistent with doing these lives is, this is not a live, I'm talking live, but I don't release these live, not yet. I think that's something I'd like to get to, but I have to meet some milestones before I can do that. So the check-in is to be consistent. It's also to get me really a lot more comfortable with recording and feeling okay with doing that. It can seem so intimidating to sit and talk to a camera and know that other people are going to watch. But after a while, it stops being so intimidating. So that's partly practice. But the commitment to doing it, because I need to accomplish these things to be the role model for my kids. And I've kicked that can down the road for a lot of years. I thought, well, I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll do this tomorrow, or this isn't affecting them, or that's not affecting them. Well, it is, and there's a point when you can really kind of see that. And so I had to just really put the brakes on and make a commitment to not just myself, but to them. And I've been pretty good in the past about doing that. I've had some some emotional things, some trauma things, but when you're raising kids, they have to become the priority. Not that we should ignore ourselves and our needs, but they are our priority. We raise them. We parents raise our kids, and they need us. They need us to be parents. So I have had to really take a good hard look at things that I wasn't doing as well as I could be. It's not just making sure they have food, which is really important to do, or making sure they have clothes, also really important to do, but spending the time being the person they can look up to, laughing with them, not just directing them, taking them to the mall when they want to go to the mall and shop at Hot Topic, because that's what we did today. And the best part about that is we come home laughing and smiling, just being happy, and that's what it's about. It's that connection and that laughter and the play and the fun. There's more to it, but that is kind of the key takeaways from my day today that I wanted to share. I'd love to know how you're connecting with your kids. I mean, we do more than the mall. You know what I'd love to know? So if you're watching this and you have some great games that you play with your kids, like board games or card games, or I don't know, I was thinking about dominoes. We have dominoes, so I could do that, but something that's really fun and engaging that people look forward to in your family. They're like, we need to play this game. I'd love to know that. For the ages of 13 and 16, or thereabouts, it would be great to know, because I really am interested in starting to be serious about incorporating our at least one, maybe hopefully more nights where we have game nights and we play. Not just, hey, it's time to watch a show together, but engaged, where we can talk and no one's saying, shh, I'm trying to listen to this. We just have fun. So if you are listening and you've got something, please drop me a comment and let me know. And that's about all I want to cover for today. I will be back tomorrow, so I'm really glad to have you here on this journey with me. I don't know if you're going through your own transformation, or maybe you've had a transformation and a breakthrough. I'd love to know about that too. And I have lots more content coming, not just these check-ins, but other things that I do with my business, and how I'm showing up for my kids in a little more of a topic-specific kind of way. So smash that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber as I keep continuing on with these. And I hope you check in and see what's happening as I go through these day by day. So for now, I will say goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow.